Dr. Daniel Wallace is the number one Greek scholar of our time, in my opinion. And most scholars will agree with that. And he has documented over 350,000 different textual variances in the ancient manuscripts, the Greek manuscripts. And not a single one out of 350,000 documented textual variances in the Greek manuscripts, not a single one affects Christianity. That's because God preserved his word just as he said he would. So anybody that uses a textual variance as this one right here and say, hey, it's a bad translation. It shouldn't be Christ. It should be God. It doesn't affect Christianity. It only affects that person that doesn't believe in the one true God of the Bible. See, don't let these people use big words or try to fool you and saying, hey, this is a textual variance. This is not what it should say. God is perfect. He preserved his word just as he said he would. And so it doesn't matter to a Christian believer that if it says Christ or Theo, it doesn't matter because it's one and the same. Jesus is the second person in the triune God. So it wouldn't matter to us. So textual variances will not affect the Christian faith. But the first part of the gospel is being drawn by the Father. You're attracted by his love because God is love. The second part is you hear the gospel in Romans 10:17. And the third part is John 1:12. It says, but to all who have received him, those who believe in his name, you see, in his name, I'll get to that in a second, he was given the right to become children of God. So the Father draws you. You see this beautiful love that God has displaying. You see the compassion that the Christians show today, and then you want part of that. So what do? You start interacting with them, and you hear about the gospel. And what does it say? You must receive him. A lot of people think that you can lose your salvation because they'll go to Romans, I think it's 4:6 or 6:4. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it'll go in there and be like, hey, look, these people tasted the goodness of God, but then they fell away. Yes, because they never received it. You see, there's steps one must take to be saved. You must be drawn by the Father. You must hear the gospel and you must receive it. So when people use Hebrews, I think I said Romans, when people use Hebrews 4:6 or 6:4 and say, hey, no, these people lost their salvation, these people never received it. They heard it. That's what the scripture says. They heard the good news, but they never received it.